Hey everyone, welcome to our Eurovision Fam Weekly Stream. What is up?
Jezebel! Hi, Eurovision fam.
Oh my gosh, why
We're not
Jezebel?
reviewing Finland today. Oops. Sorry. Hi, guys.
You should have went with a different song. You want to try again?
Okay. Okay. No. Give me a second. I said, hey.
Are you singing the song from Arthur? I'm confused.
What a wonderful kind of.
Is that what you were going for?
No, I mean, like, I get it. New glasses. I look like Arthur Reed, but these aren't round frames, so, like. And I get it. I'm brown and I have big ears. I get it. Very Arthur Reed vibes I have, but.
Alright, well, we've got a stream to go through today, guys.
Yeah, guys, we actually have stuff to talk about today. Yay!
I'm sorry if you didn't grow up on PBS for that. Sorry.
That's an American thing. That's an American thing.
Or well, I don't know. Malta's probably broadcast was also called PBS. I'm just trying to adjust this because like you're kind of crooked on the screen.
Okay.
So you're good. You can. Do you want to go ahead and kick off or talk about what we're talking about today? Finally, awesome.
So Lily adjusts the screen or whatever technical stuff we have going on. I'm going to talk to you guys today about this article that we have up, "The Mystery of the Eurovision Press Center" by Elda Mengistu. So you guys might have noticed. Fan press plays a crucial role in the Eurovision timeline from national final season all the way up until the grand final of the show. There's been an active concern in the Eurovision community, the Eurovision journalist community, surrounding the fact that a large majority of us, Lily and I included, were denied access to press passes, which were usually more free flow in previous years, especially considering Rotterdam, when they would give a lot of people press passes even if they weren't like necessarily attributed to press. But with a 400% increase in press applications sent in that the EBU received this year, it kind of comes into question, like, what is happening? Why are only one person per site getting a press pass? And just kind of the concerns that are raised there, because this is kind of it's an unusual predicament. But I also understand that some members of the press who usually get passes to Eurovision are not so much happy about it. But go ahead and check out the article on our site by Elda, so to kind of just find a little bit more of the nitty gritty on why it turned out the way it did. Other than that, other than the articles, we have another Eurovision 101 for big scorers. So this is kind of a pop quiz for all the Eurovision fans. Who do you remember scores well in the Eurovision Song Contest? What trends, what countries? Go ahead and check out the Eurovision 101 and our YouTube shorts to see our thoughts. And also, you guys, we are launching a TikTok account. We're going to be putting our content and migrating some of it onto the TikTok account, and go ahead and follow. We're probably going to be tagging it here in the description, so you could see it for yourself, and you will see me and Lily there quite a bit. But with that said, yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that happened in the last like week, you guys, including the American Song Contest.
Gosh, yeah, that kicked off. That was interesting. We had the first heat. And I don't want to call it like American Eurovision. It's American Melfest, guys. It's so Melfest.
It's Melfest. It literally is Melfest. I mean, the running order.
It's like Bjorkman was like, you know what? I'm done with Melfest. I'm going to go to the U.S. and do the same thing.
You know why? It's because he wants to go to another country where he could find like another golden boy, another like Måns Zelmerlöw, Theoz, Robin Bengtsson, Oscar Zia type person. He's just craving for the next golden boy.
Oh my gosh, you need to stop teasing that poor man. Yeah, no,
I will not stop bullying that poor man. I will not stop bullying that poor man.
No, it's okay. We all bully Christy Bjorkman. Yeah, that running order was very Bjorkman-y. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of notes I have. Do we know who qualified yet? I still don't understand what's happening.
No, I have no idea. And if anything, NBC does not make it clear. They haven't tweeted about it. They're really bad at kind of showing the results side of this. Or I mean, like, especially like during the show itself, how we got the results of the first jury qualifier during the literal last 20 seconds of the show. It's like there was no voting interval. We go straight into like the qualifier, and the second the qualifier is announced, the episode ends. like we're still trying to figure this out, and I commend the fact that like the first episode wasn't a complete like mess, but at the same time,
Yes.
it's just like, dang, you know.
I mean, it was cleaner. Okay, hold on a second. Did I find the qualifiers? Maybe.
Because like I only know the qualifier from that episode. I haven't went back to check who else qualified. By the way, guys, go ahead and check out the reaction video that I did for the American Song Contest on my channel. And Lily, did you do a reaction video too? I believe you did.
I tried to, but I can't react. I tried. It was a mess. Like, you guys do not want to see
No,
it.
it's
I
fine.
promise you.
Like,
It's so bad.
honestly, being somewhat of a Eurovision reactor myself, I have so many videos of footage of me reacting to stuff, and I just didn't upload it or edit it ever because I was like, no, this reaction it's not it.
I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it was really bad. I'm just looking at the comments here. Hi, Georgios. Thank you for coming back.
Georgios.
JVR, welcome back as well. We will know on Monday at the beginning of the show. Okay, so at the beginning of the show, we're going to know who the voting qualifiers were.
Awesome, thanks. Who provided that to us?
Jamie R. That was JVR.
All right,
thank you for that,
thanks, Jamie.
I mean, I feel like I'm okay. I'm like okay with Rhode Island qualifying. Today we're gonna be going over like looking at Simi too. Can we trade like any of those male ballads for him? Because I would prefer to have Rhode Island song at Eurovision. I think it's a solid man ballad.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were concerned, like oh, the songs aren't gonna be that good because there's only one country. No, we got some solid quality.
We did. I mean, like, given it wasn't like the widest expanse of the best quality from every genre ever, these were like kind of just American people who wanted to like do like a music thing and then picked a song that like best represented their state and their values, which like it's not like a Eurovision type execution for like an artist personally, but this is also not a Eurovision show. I have to keep reminding myself that this is not a Eurovision show, so don't hold it to kind of like that standard that already existed, because this is a different show. This is something that I have a challenge with myself, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I'm just thinking like about the songs we got. I think they were like all solid. I think Kelly and Snoop Dogg were great hosts because
Their chemistry is amazing. Their chemistry is amazing.
I feel like Snoop Dogg has good chemistry with everybody though. That's
like,
how it,
he did a thing with Martha Stewart for a couple years. Like, what was that?
Oh my god, those are so great. I don't care what anyone says. Those videos are amazing. Like high quality entertainment. I just think that if you're gonna have both Minnesota and Wisconsin in the same semi, you should talk about their turf war because they hate each other.
Oh yeah. I
That's a
forgot
state
they were in the
rivalry.
same city. Yeah.
That's a huge state rivalry. I'm not gonna explain what the cheese hat thing is. I'll just say that. But it's one of those things where it's like being from the U.S. and like that Midwest culture. I am shocked there was not a single hot dish or salad that wasn't a salad mentioned.
Yeah, I didn't see a single one.
Not a hot dish in
And
sight.
there was a lot of postcard footage. We saw a lot of the Midwest.
Yeah, not a hot dish in sight. No salads that are not salads. If you don't know what a salad that's not a salad is, let me tell you about something called ambrosia salad. You might be thinking, what's ambrosia salad? It's fruit pudding, jello. It's gross. I don't like it, but it's like a whole bunch of stuff mixed together. That's like a dessert. There's frog eye salad. That's a classic. Twix salad.
I love ambrosia salad. Ambrosia salad's amazing. One of these days I'll make it and then eat it on stream so y'all can see.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're gonna eat ambrosia salad ASMR. But yeah, let's go like our thoughts. Oh, also, who do you think is gonna qualify from that first heat?
Who do I think is gonna qualify? Well, I mean, because popular vote like is gonna be like a big player, and the fact that like there wasn't a voting interval, the fact that like the voting is like kind of just being hung on to for so long before they close it. Oklahoma, like that one has the most hype out of everybody, and I'm almost certain that that's gonna qualify. I have a feeling Wyoming might be able to swing it. Wyoming.
I feel like Wyoming's gonna qualify. I'm sorry. I love Reno 911. It's one of my favorite shows ever. So that made me think of Reno 911 and how much I miss it. But yeah, I could see those two definitely getting through. I don't know who the third would be though, and that's what I'm curious about. Is who do you think the third one would be?
Mm-hmm. I hope it's Arkansas, Loki.
Arkansas. That was I liked that a lot. That was like a solid, good country song.
You just needed to find the notes. Like that was the thing. Like she couldn't find the notes, but I loved the song. I really, really loved it, and I loved the staging too. Even though the
The
staging was the
staging was
most malpractice
gorgeous.
thing ever.
The staging was amazing. I just flashed my social security card number on the screen on accident. Don't dox me.
Mm.
Oops. Yes, let's go ahead and we'll move on to talking about our feelings about the songs from pot. What is it? Pot 4 we're doing today?
Pot 5?
Pot 5.
I don't remember. It is Pot 5,
It's
right?
4 or 5. It's one of those pots. But basically, we're going to be kind of reviewing the songs from Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Moldova, Romania, Poland, and then the United Kingdom. We tossed them there because we've got to put the big fives somewhere. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So, again, our criteria when it comes to our judging of these songs are lyrical content, production and genre, unique elements, how well it can be performed live, would we stream the song, and will the song qualify for the final? So those are kind of our criteria that we have that we are looking at. So we're going to kick things off with Estonia's song. It's Stefan singing Hope. What do you think about Hope?
So, the lyrics, I want to say, are a solid 5 out of 10. They're there, they don't make me cringe, but they also don't inspire me.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what I have to say about the lyrics. I mean, like, they're kind of like sweet, hopeful, manly hopeful, but like,
manly hope.
I don't know, it doesn't evoke anything in me. It's like the lyrics don't trigger any like higher emotion, any more advanced emotion. They're just kind of there.
Okay, I mean, that's what it is, though. Like, that's how. It's such a simple song, lyrically speaking. There's not much poetry. There's not much, like, lyrical. Like, there's not a lot of literary devices being used. It's just kind of there. But it works for the song, I think.
It
We're
does.
gonna kind of
It
pop
does.
into genre and pop into production here with this point, which is it's a spaghetti western song. It's not a country song. It's a spaghetti western
Yes,
song.
I was
And this,
actually
like,
hoping that we would make that distinction. It's Western, not country. Twitter folks, please do learn the difference.
well, you also have to some people in I think like in the UK they call it country and western instead of country music there. So I can kind of see where that confusion might lie. But it makes me think of like a western. Like the reason I say spaghetti western is because it makes me think of specifically of like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Those westerns that were made by Italians. That would come over, and then like, it's like stuff that went. We're going to Italy this year. Now, if I send something opera, that's too obvious. I know. Let's go ahead and let's watch. Like we're watching old Western movies from the 50s and 60s, and I'll do a spaghetti Western song, and lyrically, that's there. I'm seeing that lyrically in the content because when you think about like the basic storyline of a classic Western is good guys versus bad guys, and that's a very simple formula, and this song has a very simple formula.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me think like there's some lyrics in there that make me think of like the movie Shane, if you've ever seen that one. I think that's what it was called. I don't remember. I know certain westerns really well, other ones not so much. But that's a movie about a boy and like this older man, and like he comes and helps the family, and then he leaves. Kind of like Hope kind of gave me that kind of feeling there. Lyrically, I'm sorry. What is the next point? Unique elements. It's got plenty of them. Like there's no other song that sounds like this competing.
Yeah, I mean, given I would say in a general sense, like it isn't the most out there thing to hear like a Western song, but it stands out so much like in this lineup. There are some songs in Eurovision this year that are country-ish, that are bluegrass-ish, that even do move in like a Western direction, but this is the Western song. of the lineup, and I have a feeling that's what's going to be able to carry it to a higher result than we could expect potentially.
Yeah. No, I think so. I think it also stands out in this lineup and the second semi. So I think that's like something that's going to benefit this song as well there.
Yeah. We're getting a lot. We're getting a lot of the songs that are similar to it in the first semi. So that will help a lot.
Yeah, and I mean the songs that it's the most similar to are performed by women. So he also stands out for that reason as well. Just get the comments here. Okay, yeah, Georgios Papadopoulos says, I like it. It's like a Western and country-ish in a way. I think it's a solid and quite sure it will qualify. Okay, before we get to whether or not we think it's going to qualify, we have another couple of things to go over, which are how well can it be sung live?
Good.
It can be done. It can be done.
It can be done.
It can be through a national final, so we know that this can be performed live. And when we stream the song is the next one.
I do sometimes. I mean, it's a skip sometimes, but if it comes on, then like I would sing along to it. It's not something that I would just regularly turn down though. It's kind of just there. Well, it also might be because we've had the song for so long, so it's just like I already had a relationship with it.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is for me. Like I don't skip it, but I don't seek it out. Like, hope. You know what I mean? It's not a skip, but it's not a seek out. It's kind of a song that if it's on the playlist, it's on the playlist. I'm going to listen to it. And then we'll go on to the last criteria, which is do we think the song will qualify? I say yes.
I say conditional, yes. Yeah.
I don't even think it's conditional. I think this is like one of those ones that I'm comfortably saying is going to qualify.
Okay.
The only way it's not going to is if they completely ruin the staging.
But that's the thing, though. I feel like they could really do a lot with this stage. Well, I mean, like we talked about how like they could best stage this, like with the kind of like showdown, like aesthetic going for that, like with like the turnstile stuff. That could work out really well, and like with that in mind, it's probably going to be able to qualify. They would really have to ruin the staging in order for it not to. I think now.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I feel like this is one of those songs that I'm like, when I go through my like list of songs I think are going to qualify or not, I feel like Estonia is safely qualifying. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on from Estonia. Oh, sorry, so you think it's going to qualify too?
I do think it's going to qualify.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and we're going to move over to Latvia now. And the song Eat Your Salad by Citi. And yeah, that's a conversation to have. So, lyrical content.
Yeah. So.
I mean, the lyrical content.
Okay, I'm gonna open this on a kind of a different note. So I actually was looking over the lyrics of this song last night, and I really am kind of aghast that I'm gonna admit this, but Citi Zēni has probably one of the most well-constructed raps of the entire lineup. I actually read through the lyrics and I was like, dang, not only is like this flow unique, but the rhyme scheme works and it's still like fun. And like even though we had like the shock factor of some of the lyrics, like it doesn't take away the fact that the lyrics are like almost poetic in a way. They were really well executed, and it's weird to think about that now because of how long we've had the song and how kind of like big of a shock factor it was. But the lyrics, they do work. They work for the song more than other lyrics work for other songs this year. Yeah,
no, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like one of the best raps we're getting this year. But I would say like it's one of those things where it's a joke. I don't want to call it a joke song. It's like, who's that terrible rapper from the States? Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky wishes he
Oh my god. Yeah, it's like a Lil Dicky rap. Oh my, okay, well then, yeah, maybe it isn't like that great of a rap per se, but a story, like the story that's told with it is pretty, good.
Lyrically,
I want to say good.
Lyrically, this is way more entertaining than anything Lil Dicky's put out. Number one, I can listen to it without one like shove my face through a fan. There's some good like rhyme schemes in here. I mean, I'm not we all know the beginning line. It catches your attention, and like later on, there's some other
Yep.
things that are kind
We
of
all
like
know.
overtly sexual as well, and you're just like, okay. But again, I listen to music that's like worse than this. Let's be honest. Like,
You listen to saucy music.
I mean, I do like Saucy Santana.
Mm.
You said saucy. You brought that yourself there. Uh, yeah, like it's there. It's not the worst thing. I do like some of the wordplay. I do like it's basically take your canvas bags to the grocery store, but updated. Yeah, it does what it needs to do lyrically. Yeah. And
This
then
this is it's a very like quintessential, almost like Will Ferrell idea of like a Eurovision entry.
yes,
Almost like I feel like you would see Zēni in the Eurovision movie. I don't know why
yeah.
I'm bringing that up. I don't know why I'm bringing that up now. But
I mean, kind of. Yeah, no, I totally get that. So yeah, that's kind of how we feel about that song in particular. Well, about the lyrical content there. How about the projection and genre? Like the genre is weird. I don't know what to put it in.
the
Like what
genre is
box.
the genre is Nevada Casino, roughly at 9 o'clock p.m. when you get live entertainment that's free. Like
So
it's
is
like,
this
oh
like
wow,
calling
there's like
sound
performers on this.
revival?
There are performers on this stage, but I didn't buy a ticket for this, and like it's just happening in front of me, and I don't have a choice. That's kind of the genre. I don't know the genre by name that I could like pin to it.
There was the lounge revival from the '90s that kind of had like a loungy sound to it. I kind of see this fitting into that, but not quite. I mean, like there's some elements of it that are jazzy and funky a bit. The bass line's very funky. Are you staring at your
Yeah,
cat?
yeah, yeah.
And then yeah, you have like the bass line and stuff, and we also have like the rapping bit. It's very. I don't want to call it novelty necessarily, because I feel like novelty has a bad connotation to it, but it fits in
But I
that
mean,
space.
like, it's really hard to find another word that would suit it, though. You
Yeah,
know,
that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, whatever. And
novelty, I feel like is the best like attributor.
yeah. How about unique elements? I'm thinking the most unique thing about it is
Instead of
the
me,
yeah.
and
There we go.
there's a bike bell.
That's fun. There's a
We don't
saxophone.
get a bike bell in any of. I mean, like, actually, name a Eurovision song where we got a bike bell.
Um,
Exactly. It doesn't like. There we go. Unique elements. It's actually super unique in Eurovision in general.
I mean, I can't
Ding
think of many
ding.
songs that have a bike bill in them.
There we go. See, I mean, like, just that alone, setting aside the first lyric, like, it does
There
have a
we
couple
go.
unique elements, you guys.
Yeah. Um, and then we have how well can it be performed live? It went through a national final. It can be performed live.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. It went through a national final. This isn't a song that you would say doesn't need a vocal to be the song that it needs to
Yeah.
be. This is about the performance.
Yeah. It doesn't need to get vocal. It just needs to have
Hmm.
fun. As long as it's fun, it's going to do what it needs to do. Um,
Hmm.
then would we stream the song? I actually like this song. Like, it's
Mm.
not near my bottom like people might expect it is. Um, Kind of it's like one of those songs where out of the two songs from the first semi that we have that are kind of like novelty fun songs, I prefer this one over the
Mm.
other one. Because I actually like
Mhm.
I even like the music though. Like if you take the vocal out and it's just the instrumental, I find the instrumental to be enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's very approachable. Like it's very fun. It's almost like cozy fun in a way. Like I mean, would I stream the song? It's sometimes a skip, but it's also sometimes a play. It has grown on me
Yeah.
considerably since it won the national final, which surprises me.
Yeah. Like if it's on, I'm not really gonna skip it. It's gonna be
Hmm.
on. And I actually would seek this one out. Like this is what I would seek out sometimes. Be like, oh yeah, I want to listen to Eat your salad.
Mm.
Yeah. And then, well, do we think this is going to qualify for the final? This is in
Really?
semi one.
Oh, it's in semi one.
It's in semi one.
Like we're playing a dangerous game.
I think it's borderline. It can go either way. It really can.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that the other fun upbeat song has more mass appeal to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like more people tend to like that one.
Catchier too. Like catchiness is gonna be the thing that divides the two songs there.
Yeah, like well, this has that good hook though, where it's like, when you eat your veggies, I'm so out of tune. Think of me, you know, like that part is like that's a hook that people can grasp onto. But I think the hook from the other song that we can directly compare it to is stronger. So like this is a border. It's borderline, and I'm on the side of going no because it's Latvia, and Latvia's been having some real rough luck lately.
Yeah, they've been struggling.
Yeah, like, there's a couple other songs that like from Supernova that I would like heck yeah 100%. This one makes me go maybe. We'll see. But I really like Supernova this year, so I'm like a Supernova.
Then I'll say no because I want to reserve that spot. And you're like, yeah, now with that in mind, yeah, I don't think it's a certain qualifier at all. Borderline, if that.
Yeah, it's like a borderline at best, but I'm erring on the side it's not going to qualify.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go non-qualifier on that one too.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go ahead. Oh yes, we're going to go ahead and move on to Lithuania. I'm sorry. It is Sentamentai by Monika Liu. If you can't tell by my reaction, I love this song to pieces. It is my
I don't think I've ever skipped this song. I don't think I have ever skipped this song.
Never. It's always, I seek it out. It's so good. And you know what? Let's kick off with lyrical concept. There are lines in the song. It's not in English. It's in Estonia. Oh my gosh, Lithuanian. It's like the first time I've seen a song in Lithuanian.
This is a poem. Poem award. Like I'm giving this one a poem award because when I saw the translation from Lithuanian to English, well, first of all, the rhyme scheme in Lithuanian is delicious. Second, like the English lyrics are so like they were actually captivating, and it's just like there aren't that many words here, but you don't need much because like she just knows how to carry it, and she takes full credit for this song, you guys.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
My other thing, like with lyrical content, there's like lines in it that go like Lithuanian folklore. Well, now I know a new folklore thing. Like, there's something about like black foam, and like in the fairy tale that's from, it's basically kind of like, you know how in like Little Mermaid she turns into sea foam. Like in the fairy tale that's from, it's like if there's black foam on the beach, it means the person died. I just think like that. I can't quite remember. And I like the fact that you're calling allusion to fairy tale that's not well known outside of your culture. Thank you for like giving me a chance to look up something new. Like it's not like she referenced like a Hans Christian Andersen story. There's references lyrically to like Lithuanian landmarks, and it's one of those things where like if I'm singing a song and I'm writing a song in English, I might call to like something that's commonly. I'm trying to think of something. Like I might bring up a.
Yeah, they're not name dropping Socrates.
I know. Like I'm just trying to think of like something like a reference point that Americans would get, but people from outside the U.S. wouldn't get. Like let's talk about I don't know.
Like,
let's talk about like
CVS.
Yeah, meet me at the CVS in aisle 7, baby. Like no one's out who's ever been to a CVS is gonna know what's happening in aisle 7, but it's kind of like that because all stores have the same layout. Like all CVS's do. And all Walgreens and everything have the same layout. Meet me in aisle 9 at the Walgreens.
That sounds like a threat.
I mean, no. I used to work at Walgreens for a very long time. The only time I had to call the police because of a fight was in aisle 1. And it was an argument over deodorant between 2 Australian tourists. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah. There's a fight over deodorant. Oh my gosh. You're on vacation getting arrested.
Fun.
Production and genre. I don't know what genre to put this in. it feels jazzy. It feels cabaret. It
Yeah, like
feels
the vaudeville, I guess. Like you could even like use the term vaudeville, maybe just a little bit.
yeah, like Vaudevillian. You can even go there. You can go with like
Hmm.
I. It's so good though because it's mesmerizing
Noir,
and
like yeah,
like
it's so like Liza Minnelli fab, you know.
yes, like it's so good. It's so
Hmm.
Liza Minnelli's mom started out in the vaudeville, so there you go.
Yeah.
And then yeah, and like with unique elements, like everything, like there's like these sounds that happen. There's like the marimba, like
Yes.
the marimba
I,
that
I,
kind of
I would
sounds like
honestly say
skeleton.
everything about this entry is unique. Like
Yeah,
the production, the lyrics, the performance style, the visual, like everything about this is just so unique. Like I've never had a performance that was just this crisp, and it's just
yes.
it shines the way it is, and it's like I'm not kidding. Everything about it's unique, and I die on this hill.
No, I agree 100%. Like, there's not
Hmm.
another Eurovision song like this. Not this year,
Hmm.
not any previous years. There's something
Hmm.
really, really special about this song, and I'm gonna come back over to something that's special about the song here in a minute. Let's get through the next set of points. Can it be performed live? Of course. It came up through a national final. We know it
This
can be done
this
live.
is one of the best live performances of the bunch, you guys. Like of the entire lineup, this is one of
Yeah.
the most competent performers.
And when Monica comes on the screen, it's arrested. You stop and you watch what she's doing. And like that is the hallmark of a great live performer. That's the way you
Exactly,
know.
thank you. No, like she within just herself has a winning quality. You know, like if you take away the competition aspect, she is already a winner.
Yes, yes. Do we think this will we stream it? Do we stream this? Of course. I stream it. I listen to this song at least once a
When do
day.
I not? At
Yeah,
least once a day. Like I'm not
at
kidding, at
least.
least once a day.
Yeah, 100%. And do we think it's gonna qualify? Yeah, this is easy qual.
Like it doesn't even
I
matter
see.
the semi that it's in. You know why? It's
Yeah,
because I mean like well, first of all, the jury is going to absolutely run away with this. She's going to land like so ridiculously high in the jury, but it's also like when people watch like Semi 1, she's going to be like such a like breath of fresh air, you know?
yeah.
It's going to be
She would
it's
qualify
going to be
easily from
delightful.
either semi.
Mhm.
I honestly, I'm delusional. Maybe I think this one's in contention to possibly win Eurovision still. Like, there's just something about this song and the way that
Mhm.
it's performed where I get it. It gives me my feeling I got from Amars Deutsch, right? Which
Mhm.
was this is really special. This is really unique. I hope Europe gets it. Um,
And
and
Europe has shown that they do get it sometimes. They get it
yeah,
sometimes.
they do get it so that they got Amars Deutsch, no problem. But like my
Mhm.
thing is because it's like Lithuania, they've got friends in the semi, like looking at who's voting. She's easily qualifying because of that alone. And the fact the song is such a quality, good song, and there's something really special and different about it. It's like fresh, but at the same time timeless. Like this song
It's
could have come out,
timeless. It's
like you mentioned,
timeless. It's
vaudeville.
ageless. It's literally a diamond, you guys.
Yeah,
Like
it's
this
so
song will
good.
never get old, and it's so shiny and beautiful.
Yeah, like I honestly, genuinely think that this song could. I think it could win. There's a bunch of like about 5 songs I'm looking at. Like, could you win? Yes, you can. Now, this is one of those ones I have in that like bunch of 5. It's also if it was the Lily Loves Eurovision or Lily Loves Song Contest, she would have won.
Mhm.
Check that off. She's my winner, and I just there's something really special about this one. So yeah, we're
Well,
both.
she's
I think we're both.
at the very least, in the top 5 of performers this Eurovision in general. I would even
Yeah,
consider her potentially top 3. Like that's how well she does this, you guys.
yeah. So I think we both agree that that's an easy qualifier.
Oh, without a doubt.
Not worried at all. Just like yeah, let's go.
Mm-mm.
Easy qualification on this one here. So we're gonna go ahead and move
Period.
on to our next song, El Moldova. It's Zubzy Zub and Frații. What just happened? There we go.
Yes.
And I should have written this, the Advahov brothers, and Zdob, with I should write things down. Trenulețul. I can't speak Romanian, guys.
I
I'm
think it's
sorry.
Trenulețul.
Trenulețul. That sounds better than what I was saying. All right. Do you want to talk about lyrics?
Yeah, okay, I read the lyrics over last night. They're so much fun. I hate to say it. I was such a hater of this song, but like the lyrics are just they're joyful and I want to go on a train. Like I get that this is supposed to be like a train ad, but it's like I've been convinced. Like I would pay money to ride this train just because of the lyrics. Like what the hell just happened?
It's just basically, I mean, it's simple. It's like, hey, you know what? Moldova and Romania, we are friends. We are very close countries. Um, yeah, let's be friends. Like it's very much a friendly kind of vibe lyrically. 1 second, I have to cough. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. I got a cold. I let a baby into my house. This is what happened to me. I know.
Wash your hands, eat your salad.
Wash my hands, eat my salad. Yes.
Uh-huh.
No, but basically, there's like lines in there about like where did one country end, where did one country begin. I know there's some people who are kind of weary about that given the state of the world right now, but it doesn't come off that way to me. It comes off more of like a friendly feel, and not like a threatening feel at all. You've got your catchy little your catchy little English bits, with like, hey, oh, that's like a reference to freaking Blitzkrieg Bop.
Yeah, I
you
forget the name of that band, but yeah.
The Ramones.
Folklore and rock and roll. Like, I mean, it's easy.
Yeah.
The lyrics are just like super easy and they're catchy. Like you can't help the fact that they're just so like earwormy.
Yeah. And like honestly, I don't know how many acts come back 3 times and qualify each of those 3 times, but I could see it happening here. I just like they're back. They came in what 2005, 2011.
Yeah, 5, 11, and 22.
Yeah. And then production and genre. Is this turbo? It's not turbo folk. Is it like folk rock? Maybe?
I would say it's like. Oh, that's a really good question. I don't think there's an English word or an English-based term for the genre that it could be, but it's very true to that genre, and that whatever it is, it's well done Moldovan high-tempo folk.
Yeah, and it's also though like because the thing is like whenever I hear that sound, like Moldova sent other songs that do this, like Kona did Moldova. There's something that like the horn line in it that always sounds very ska to me. I'm not saying that like I need to look up and see what kind of influence music from like that region has had in ska. So I know like there's like a big influence of like folk and folk music in Mexican music too. That came out of nowhere. I've read about that too, but I just wonder if it's influenced that genre. Like it's upbeat, it's fun, it's great. I really do enjoy this.
Yeah.
And then unique elements, the whole package.
Yeah, literally the entire package. We don't have like an ethno-boppy, not pop kind of song that's just true to a European heritage with kind of just like simple fun lyrics. Like we don't have that, so the entire package is unique.
Yeah. And then to be performed live, yes. Again, it went through like an open audition round randomly, and then from there, it's also been very what's the word I'm looking for? Like there was the one on Romanian TV with like those creepy snowman clowns, terrifying. It was good there. If you haven't seen that, I don't know look up the name of the song live. There's like this weird performance from Moldovan Christmas TV of like people dressed as clowns, but they're also snowmen at the same time. It's very odd.
I'm gonna queue it up on my YouTube. What's it called?
Just look up Moldova. I don't know. I found it somehow, but it's nightmare fuel.
Just send it to me.
And then like we saw it live in Romania. I don't. I actually am curious. Is the version we're gonna get at Eurovision the version we had like the version we have in the music video, or is it gonna be like that rockier version from the Romanian national final?
Really good question. Really good question. I have no idea.
Are they
Moldova doesn't. They just kind of do their own thing.
Are they doing any pre-parties? And then tomorrow we have Barcelona.
Oh,
I don't know if
Booty
they are.
Hypnotic making that more.
Shoot. Like, I know Lithuania is going to be there tomorrow.
I believe Austria too.
A lot of people are going to be there tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna
Barcelona's packed, you guys.
Yeah. It's a solid, fun song.
Would we stream it?
Yes.
Occasionally I do.
I do, often. I just think it's so much fun. Like, it's just like, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of a whole package on its own, and like, yeah, there's really nothing to say about it. It's just some nice Moldovan folk.
It's on my Eastern European chaotic playlist. That's a good playlist.
Oh my gosh, I gotta add it to that.
And then, do we think it's gonna qualify? Yes. Honestly, the Eurovision fandom needs to stop underrating Moldova, because when Moldova Moldovans, they tend to do well. Like with
I mean, like, Moldova can also take any song and give it just the best like, they always take on the biggest challenges with staging, and they always pull it off.
It depends, because the man who will not be spoken of is not on the team this year, and he's usually the one who puts his own money into the staging.
Yep.
So when it comes to this one, I've seen Zdub stage well. In 2005, iconic. They just, played their instruments and had a grandma up there having a good time, In 2011, I remember that staging more than I remember any other staging from that year.
Yeah, same.
The only other songs I think of are like Italy and like Serbia. But no, like the gnome hats and the unicycle and like the long trumpets. Yeah, I can see that. Like when I close my eyes, I see the staging. No problem.
They know how to be memorable. Like this particular band, Zdub does not need the man who shall not be named finances in order to project their creative vision, and that's what I really anticipate.
Yeah, like this is one of those ones where I know that I trust the team, like I trust the band, and I trust that people are going to be tuning in and they're going to go, yeah, I want this in the final. Like, please, this needs to go in the final. So yeah, I think Moldova's going to qualify, no problem. And just looking at the votes here, the comments here, Moldova will probably qualify. This is Georgios Papadopoulos. Is that an L or a D? I'm wearing contacts. Like, honestly, the monitor is so far away. Where has you guys' usernames at? Moldova will probably qualify when they do crazy staging again. I mean, we know the band put a girl on a unicycle on a stage, so 100%. 100% agreed with that.
Yep.
And then also, yeah, we don't like
Romania?
the one who names. We never name him. We don't name him. I'm sorry. It was just a comment from the same person about the one who must not be named. So yeah. This is a qualifier. What do you think? Is it qualifying, Jordan?
Yes, I'm going to say yes.
All right, so there you got it. We both agree on Moldova qualifier. We're going to go on to the next song, Ochman from Poland with the song River. Oh, yeah, we'll go ahead and get Poland next.
Romania.
Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Let me erase stuff. Yeah, we're going to talk about Romania next. The song is Llámame by WRS. So, lyrical content.
You don't need lyrics to have this song.
Nope. It's like about a forbidden romance. That's basically what the lyrical content is.
Mia Dimshit does that better, but I mean, like, exactly, like, you don't, it's like a forbidden romance, but you're not thinking too much into it.
Yeah. This is what Llámame is, call me. Oh wow, I actually know some Spanish. Woo! I've been a little confused on Romania singing in Spanish, but it's not the first. It's not the first time they've done that. They've done it before.
Romania loves speaking Spanish. They just do.
Honestly, you know what? They're related. They're cousins. Like the
Yeah.
languages are. So yeah, like no, it's it's a song that doesn't need good lyrics. It just needs a vibe, and it has that vibe.
Mm-hmm. It literally
Um,
just has a vibe. That's it.
so then genre and production. What genre would you put
It's
this
like
one in?
I want to say it's like 2002 Latin pop fading into like 2016 Latin pop-ish. Like it's half 2002, half 2016 kind of sound with kind of like an 8-bit flavor.
So you're thinking like the Latin revival we had with like all the Ricky Martin, J
Yeah.
Lo,
Very much greater Latin revival plus lesser Latin revival.
and then also a combination of like those were like '97 and 2002. Me, my old self. Uh, yeah, like late '90s, we had a whole thing with Latin music. And then yeah, I see what you mean. Like it's like partially the Ricky Martin, Enrique Iglesias, J Lo side, and then the Despacito side mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that there. Um,
Yeah.
there's nothing really about the production that stands out to me.
Yeah.
Um,
Neither.
you know, it sounds decent and it sounds radio ready. And then next is unique elements.
I can't pick out any.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like one of those things that's like there's
Leather
nothing.
pants.
There's nothing.
There we go.
Huh? Leather
Leather
pants.
pants. Yeah.
Well, we don't know if anyone else is going to be bringing leather pants.
That's true.
I'm thinking.
I can't name anything unique, you guys. I'm sorry.
When I think leather pants in Eurovision, I think of like what was that 97, 98 Iceland.
Really? I think the Mons.
Mons had leather pants on. I don't remember Mons' pants.
Well, I mean, he kind of just dressed like a Swedish man, so.
He went to the H&M. He picked up his items.
H&M. He did go to the H&M.
Yeah, very H&M. All right,
Mm-hmm.
and then how well could it be performed live? Decently. It came to the national final. Like WRS tells us too. Like this song isn't anything special, but the way it was performed in the national final, I see why it won. And it's performed well. It's entertaining when it's on. Would you stream it?
Not always. Yes,
Yeah,
but not always.
Exactly. It's one of those ones that if I'm in the mood for it, I'd listen to it. It's not a song I'm going to seek out. But I don't hate it. It was enjoyable enough. And then, do you think it's going to qualify?
Well, which semi is it in? That really depends.
I think it's in semi 2, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Damn, okay.
It doesn't have, Romania does not have Moldova to rely on.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say this is not gonna be well, I mean, like, despite it being able to be performed well, despite it being, like, listenable and catchy, I don't think it has any of kind of, like, the exciting, like, pull elements and kind of, like, unique features to cause it to qualify. Like,
Yeah.
that's the number one thing you need to qualify. You need to be able to call some piece of the performance unique, and I can't name what that is in this, and therefore I think it'll struggle, so my answer is no.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing I have when it comes to this song. Is that there's not really anything about it that would make you want to pick up the phone and call. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I worry that Romania could struggle with their qualification this year. It's just like they don't have Moldova to rely on for a guaranteed, 24 points. The song's a little on the dated side, let's be honest. If this was if it was like 2018 through like 2020, I'd be more confident in saying it's qualifying. But I worry for it. If that staging gets polished up, I can see a path to qualification. But on my gut instinct, it says no.
Same. Hmm.
Okay. So those are our thoughts about Romania. Let's go ahead and we're going to head on over to Poland and the song River by Ochman. So, do you want to kick us off when it comes to lyrical content there?
Yeah, so lyrics, I like the verses more than the chorus. Like this is the kind of song where it's just like I feel like the verses were written with an idea in mind, and then the choruses were written because you needed a chorus.
Yeah.
It feels disjointed to me. Like I get that there's a story that's meant to be told here, but it just doesn't feel like it's being told the way that it should be, or like the pieces aren't arranged well. I'm not in love with the lyrics. I mean, I
Like,
get it. I get the poetic direction, but it wasn't a well executed poem, in my opinion.
it makes me think of "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" When I go like
Mm.
go to the river and wash my, like lyrically it gives me very much outdoor baptism, kind of a feeling, like that tent revival feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very American. Like I feel like that's a very American concept that people might not be aware of. Did you say something?
No, I just said yeah.
I lost you. Hold on.
Okay.
You can go ahead and you talk.
Okay. So, basically, just kind of like going back to the lyrical content, it's not bad. Like listening to it, whenever I look over the lyrics, I'm not thrown off by it. But I'm also not just in love with it. I wish that I had a little bit more of a connection with the lyrics, because I feel like that would be what draws me into the song, but I just don't have that. I really struggle with it, and especially with the chorus. The chorus has some of my least favorite lyrics in this entire Eurovision year, and I'm not just saying that because I have the song ranked low. I'm saying that because it's just...
You have to keep talking, Jordan.
That's okay. The chorus just doesn't feel... Like, it ruins it for me. It ruins it almost completely. But Lily's going to probably be able to jump on when I am already talking about production and genre, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started on that. I don't have my scissors today, but I do have my Egyptian knife, so I can't with, like, the production and genre. You guys really, really, really struggle with this song. Like, and my biggest issue is the fact that, and I've tweeted about this a lot, it's the fact that we have a trap rhythm hidden underneath. We have a trap rhythm hidden underneath these sadness lyrics. And when I say sadness lyrics, I mean, like, I'm talking specifically about the chorus, like, who would want to be king, pulling too many strings, da-da-da-da-da. Like, why this with a trap rhythm? And then we're kind of going into, like, some, like, hosier strings type opera stuff. It just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. In terms of genre, I don't even know what I would, like, necessarily consider the genres. I mean, like, it's kind of folky, it's kind of... It's pop, but the thing is, like, the trap really throws me off. I don't like when... And it's like, there's a difference between, like, trap and snare. Some of the Eurovision songs this year, like, use, like, snare, but this is, like, it's a trap rhythm, and I'm sorry, but, like, we're past 2017, we're past 2015, like, I don't want to hear trap unless it's for, like, a trap-based rap song, and there is not really a rap in this, unless you can count, like, the chorus as somewhat of a rap, but I'm just not, like... It's not where it's at for me, and genre, yeah, I don't pick up a genre. It's really unfortunate. I really hope my opinion doesn't change in that regard. Yeah. But yeah, like, what are your thoughts on production and genre?
Okay, production and genre on this one are very, like, they're there. There's not really anything special about it. Like, I came in...
It's confusing.
I came in when you had, where are your scissors at?
I just have my Egyptian knife. I don't know where my scissors went, but I mean, like, this is just with me.
Okay, so I'm just used to seeing the scissors. I came in when you had mentioned, like, the trap beat. Yeah, like...
Oh, it's terrible? How it's terrible?
It seems like it was shoehorned in. Like, there's no reason for it to be there.
why is that? Is my like that's like why are we just giving passes to anyone who wants to use a trap beat? And you know what? I know that this isn't going to be part of the panel today, but North Macedonia, you too. Why are we using a trap beat? It just doesn't make sense for this song. It doesn't make sense in this genre. Let's just not use it. And it's already dated. No, thank you.
I think it makes more sense for like North Macedonia than it does for this song. But yeah, like there's not really anything special. The best thing about this song is the bridge and Ochman's vocal.
Yeah.
Other than that, the song does nothing for me. If it was a vocal contest, heck yeah. If it was a bridge contest. He's a
great vocalist. I want to lay that out there.
Yeah.
Great performer. Love his vocal. Yeah.
Great, but like the best part about the song is the bridge. I love the bridge. I think it's got the strongest bridge of the year. Other than that, there's nothing about... Yeah, I really like the bridge on this one. I don't like anything else. I just like the bridge. I just like his voice. I know it sounds kind of harsh, but that's how it is. Can it be performed live? Yes, it can be. And apparently he was sick when he was performing at the national final. So he sounds like that when he's sick.
Then yeah, it's gonna be like probably a jury qualifier.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's one of those ones where like, and like people seem to like it though, like it a lot. I don't know if it's just one of those situations where like,
well, I think it's a very like. My personal opinion, it's a very European taste. They don't have a lot of exposure to rap out there, let alone good rap, and so using rap-based production stuff, they feel like they could just like season it in because it could really go well with anything. But are we gonna get out of it? Like, and type songs like that, it's just like we give a lot of passes to badly used rap elements, and this is no exception. Like a lot of people, like from Europe specifically, do enjoy putting a trap rhythm in things. I don't get it. It might be a Polish thing. I don't get it.
He's from the U.S. Ochman's from the States. He's from Massachusetts. Yeah, he's from Massachusetts.
Are you serious? Then it's unforgivable. Then it is unforgivable.
I
don't know what the East Coast... I don't know any Boston rappers, any Massachusetts ciphers out there. No damn sense. You know it makes no sense.
The only rapper I could think of from, like, Boston is Marky Mark. And that was 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was about... How's that?
I don't know. It's like, it's not... I don't know if the songwriters are also from the U.S. I just know the vocalist is based in Massachusetts. Originally, like, he's from Massachusetts.
I don't even think it's, like, Ochman using the Massachusetts, like, lean to use, like, the rap stuff. I think he just shoehorned in...
Does he have an accent, like a Massachusetts accent? Now, that's my next question.
That is an important question.
That is very important. I hope so. I hope you guys get to hear what that accent sounds like. It is a mess. That New England accent is bad. I don't like it. If it gets people from like Massachusetts angry at me, I'm sorry. I don't like the way that New England sounds.
You don't like New England talk?
I don't like the Midwestern accent either, but like with the Midwestern accent, it's like familiar to me. It makes me like nostalgic for being a kid. But yeah, no, that's not what. And then the next step, the next thing here is just what do we have? I don't stream this. I don't stream it.
Either. Mm-hmm.
I skip it when it comes on. Well, I don't. I kind of have to listen to everything right now because I'm trying to figure out what's qualifying and what's not qualifying. But I don't seek this one out. Like, I don't really listen to it unless I'm like in the mood to be listening to, doing my Eurovision stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And do we think this is going to qualify?
Yes. I'm going to say yes because, well, I mean, like, he could perform it live very well, so jury appeal, and also Polish diaspora.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
People talk about that Polish diaspora, but if that Polish diaspora is not feeling the song, they're not going to vote for it.
That is true. We've seen them snub literally anyone they sent up that they didn't want.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if the Polish diaspora is like really reliant, but I do know that people like this a lot. So I don't know if it's a situation where like there's Eurovision song I'm going to mention that I don't get the appeal of. I don't get the appeal of arcade. So I don't know if this is another arcade situation where it just doesn't appeal to me, but it appeals to a lot of people, or what,
Nothing is sadder for the Euro fandom than a white man with sadness lyrics. Like that is that is.
I need a T-shirt that just says "Sad Boy Thursday." Like Tuesday is Sad Girl Tuesday. Thursday is Sad Boy Thursday. My biggest, actually, because you mentioned it. This is in Simi 2. Simi 2 is the Sad Boy Simi. Mm-hmm. Like, think about who he's up against. He's up against Azerbaijan and, oh my gosh, Australia.
Oh.
Those three songs are kind of all in the same boat. And if I'm going to choose one of those people based off of vocal, because I think that's the thing that appeals the most, is Sheldon Riley has the best vocal of the three.
Out of the three of them, yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, take that information with what I will. But the fact that there's three songs in that same simi that all kind of have the same feeling to them, I fear they could cancel each other out.
Okay, that'd be interesting to see, actually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, like it would just really depend, because the amount of streams and the amount of airplay that River is getting, it does show promise.
But where are those streams coming from?
True. Very important question. That's the most important question,
We have to keep that in mind. Because, like, when people say, if 2020 would have happened, then Little Big would have won. But if you look at the comment section on that video, what language are all the comments in?
Mm-hmm. And also, like, take a look at where the streams are coming from.
Exactly. So we have to take a look at where they're coming from. Okay, so I'm just looking at some comments here. It's me, LOL. I think all of these songs, all three of those songs will qualify, though. That's what It's Me, LOL says.
Really?
I think all three of them are going to qualify. I don't think so. Because, like, there's just, you have to think about it. So if all three songs are in the same genre, all three songs have the same kind of mood, all three songs have competent male vocalists, are all three songs going to have enough votes to make it to the final? Because when you have this kind of song, you have to think, okay, the jury is probably who's going to reward this more. But there's, like, as a person marking songs, and the jury's criteria isn't just vocal, because we've heard the jury give songs with horrible vocal a great score.
Yeah.
Australia, I'm looking at you, in 2017? No. Yes. No. What year was Isaiah?
Isaiah was 17.
Yeah, 2017. There was no reason for the jury to give Australia that many points for that vocal. I know that's easy to say, it needs radio appeal. This doesn't, three of these songs, none of them have radio appeal. Like, the jury, I don't know what criteria they're marking on, but I don't think the jury is going to be able to prop all three of these up. And with the televote doesn't necessarily want to just vote. Like, it's one of those things where my biggest worry is that the three songs will cancel each other out. Maybe one or two might make it through, but I can't see all three of them doing it. And, like, I don't know, because it's like one of those ones where I don't like any of the three of them. I don't personally like any of them. But thinking objectively, outside of my personal opinion, it makes me concerned, because it's just, they're so similar. Yeah.
They are really similar, and that is an active worry, because, I mean, like, imagine if we also had Switzerland, then they all definitely would cancel each other out.
Yeah. Okay, and then It's Me just asked, but who of those three do you think won't qualify?
Azerbaijan. Personally.
Azerbaijan's the one I worry about the absolute most out of those three. And, like, people, it's Azerbaijan, they always qualify. No, they don't. Not anymore.
This is not, this is not like 2017, this is not 2015, you can't say that anymore. You simply can't say that about Azerbaijan. Like, their streak, even before they lost their streak, has been kind of like on a downhill incline.
Yeah, like they have them, and they don't. Do they have friends in the semi? They've got a couple of friends. Their biggest friend that they would have isn't in the contest this year.
Mm.
And their other friends, kind of going off of voting patterns, like recent voting patterns, are in the other semi. So I don't know. Like Azerbaijan's the one I think would struggle the most.
They would have to Hour of the Wolf it. They would really have to draw into the visual appeal in order to scrape through, in my opinion.
I mean, they know how to stage though. Azerbaijan does know how to stage. They've never given us bad staging. Even when they've given us songs that I was like, what
Unless
are you
it's
doing?
Icel, and then they give wintergreen gum.
I mean, ISO with green gum?
What was that?
What did you say about ISO?
I said at least it's not Icel, and they gave her like wintergreen gum as staging.
Oh yeah, that was weird, but you could tell she wasn't comfortable. That's why she didn't qualify. If she would have looked comfortable on stage, she would have qualified more likely. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's talk about the last song we're going to be discussing today. United Kingdom with the song Spaceman. And that's by Sam Ryder. So, what do we think about the lyrical content of this one?
So, lyrics I actually think are clever. Quite clever. So the song is called Spaceman, but like the lyrics when he's demonstrating them, when he's singing the song, it's not Spaceman, it's I'm up in space, man. Or it's like there's nothing but space, man. I think that's a really, really fun way of incorporating the song title into the lyrics. And also it tells a story. Like it tells a personal story, just kind of like wondering if I were like an astronaut or just like spending time with my head in the clouds and stuff. It's well done. I like the lyrics, and they don't make me cringe. It's pretty well done. That's all I can really say about it.
I think this song, it makes me think of the most lyrically is Rocket Man by Elton John. It's got that kind of a feel to it. And also though, with the lyric Space Man, it makes me think of like, oh god, they were high. Someone smoked a lot of weed. I was like, I'm gonna blow people's minds on this chorus. Like, it just has that kind of feel to it.
Anyone who looks like Sam Ryder out here in California definitely smokes way more weed than all of the Netherlands.
But then against the UK, and the UK are still kind of like about it. But yeah, it has that kind of like a, I don't know, like when I hear it, I go Space Man, like, you know what I mean, like that stereotypical like California sound.
It's a hippie flavor.
Yeah. And then
Fleetwood mac and cheese.
Oh my gosh, I could go for some. Never mind. The production. We don't talk about Fleetwood. I come from a house of like my dad was a little bit of a Stevie Nicks stan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Aw.
And then their production and genre, it's pop. It's got good production though. Like whoever was in this, like whoever was the producer on this did their job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I also want to say, whoever produced this, you could tell Eurovision wasn't even necessarily in mind.
Exactly.
When this was being produced.
Exactly.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Produce it, like, when you're doing a song, make it, just go for a good song. Don't think about Eurovision at all. Just think about the song. And then, can it be performed live? How well can it be performed live?
Yes.
Yeah, it can be performed live.
Pretty well. Yeah, very well.
We have the one from the BBC, that live. We have the live from Bulgaria. He sounds great in both. He also sounds good on his TikTok.
Mm-hmm. And not gonna lie, he's handsome.
He is cute. He's not my type, but he's cute. And then when we stream a song, I actually do stream it. It's weird because it's like, I really like the UK this year, and I like the UK a lot last year as well. Like, I think both have had really good, strong songs. Now, because it's a Big Five song, we don't think will it qualify or not. We're going to focus more on left or right side of the scoreboard. I don't know where I will on this.
I'm going to go ahead and make a claim, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to say between 11th and 15th.
See, for me, I'm thinking 15th through 20th. Like, kind of like...
So you think the journey is going to be a lot longer for them?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think this is going to be a situation like 2009, where the UK came forth. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Jade was probably like the most different and like decisive. I don't even know how to describe it. Like Jade was just like the full like package with it. this is definitely a step more in the direction, but yeah, you're right. This is not a 2009 type delivery, and it does not exactly have that potential neither.
Yeah, I think this is like, it's one of those songs, it's not gonna come last. I don't think it's gonna come last. And like, there's a comment from It's Me, LOL, last year, let's see. I'm sorry. UK will definitely get more than 0 points from the televote. Yeah, I agreed. Like, if the UK gets 0 again, I don't know what's happening. But 15th to 20th, that's the sweet spot for them, I think. And that's an improvement. That's the thing we need to think about. When it comes to Spain, and when it comes to Germany, and when it comes to the UK, getting higher than, like, bottom 3 is an improvement.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, but last year was killed by, again from It's Me, LOL. Last year was so killed by the staging. Bye. Agreed. I couldn't agree more. That song was a solid song. That staging was lethargic and lazy. It was awful. Like,
probably one of the worst stagings I've ever seen for a Eurovision show. Like, almost Gemini.
My worry now is if I see someone in a flippin' astronaut costume, I'm done. Don't do that. Do not do that. Please, BBC, if you do that to Sam, I'm going to have to fight you. I'm going to have to go throw hands with the BBC. It's going to have to happen.
That's the thing, too. Like, the BBC will mess it up with the staging. They're just that kind of broadcaster. I mean, unless you're Lucy Jones, and this is a situation that happens once every decade or so, where it's like this is the perfect. Like, we aren't looking at a very good trend, you guys.
Yeah, no. BBC, you've got a good song, you've got a good performer, you've got somebody with a huge social media following. Don't mess it up with staging.
Yeah, please don't. Please.
Yeah.
For the love of the contest, please don't.
Yeah. So that's kind of like our thoughts concerning the songs competing this year. The songs competing in this little pot: Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Moldova, Romania, Poland, and the United Kingdom. And so, at this point, we've got some little qualifiers in the mix that we're looking at. Thank you so much for joining our stream. We're here again every Friday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific, and if you live in Central European Time, that's 6 p.m. now, because the time changed. So we've got, of course, follow Eurovision Fam on Twitter. On TikTok, we have one as well. Links for both are in the description box. And also just go to the EurovisionFam.com website and check out our articles and our interviews and different things like that. Thank you again for joining us this week. Alright, so we'll be back next week, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm trying to find my mouse so I can close out the stream. There's my mouse. Yeah, bye y'all.